Hello fellow aviators, VRF Simmer here. Welcome to leg 11 of the world tour between Monterey, California and Fresno, California. So you can see today we're looking at a little bit of a hazy day here in this part of the California coast. So our plan is to take off here out of Monterey Airport, do some photography, just sightseeing over the Pebble Beach golf course, and then head east over the mountains and into the Central Valley where Fresno is. So that's our plan today. Let's go ahead and hop inside, get the plane fired up. We'll be using PilotEdge air traffic control to help us along the way. So first things first, we'll get our checklist out. Start with the pre-flight inspection in the cockpit. Aircraft documents are checked. Parking brake is set. Ignition's off. Avionics switches are off. Battery switch on. Fuel quantity indicators are checked full. Low fuel annunciators off. Avionics switches on. Avionics cooling fans audible. Avionics switches off. Stack pressure alternate source valve off. The annunciator panel is tested. Fuel selectors to both. Fuel shutoff valve open. Flaps down. Pitot heat. We'll wait till the flaps are down before we check the pitot heat. Alright. Pitot heat on. Check working. Alright, that's good. It's back off. Battery switch off. And elevator trim to neutral. Pre-flight inspection of the cockpit complete. Before starting engine check. Pre-flight inspection. Let's go outside the aircraft really quickly. Just take a look around. And we should be able to make a right-hand turn and then a left-hand turn out of here. I think. I'm trying to see the best way to get out of here. Looks like the center taxiway center line there has a bunch of lights in it. So I think we'll just kind of make our way right and then left. We might just make a sharp left turn and then taxi down there and then out. So yep, that'll work. Seats, belts adjusted, locked, electrical equipment off, avionics switches off, fuel selector both, fuel shutoff valve open, forcing engine check complete, starting engine check, throttle open 1/4 of an inch, mixture idle cut off, prop area clear, clear prop, battery switch on, beacon on, mixture rich, auxiliary fuel pump on 3 to 5 seconds, 1, 2, 3, mixture lean, and the brakes are on, ignition to start. Mixture was put to rich. Throttle adjust to 1000 RPM. Oil pressure's checked. Alternator on. Alternator indicators off. Ammeters checked. Avionics switches on. Radios on. Transponders standby. Flaps up. Heading indicator is set to 150. Checked. And altimeter. We need to get the ATC here at Monterey. So let's pull up the Navigraph charts. So we can see that I'll put this onto day mode. ATC frequency is 119.25. So that's what we will put up on the 119.25. Tune that in and COM 1 here. Almost there. There we go.
My old short instructions. Advise on initial contact that you have information Yankee. Monterey Peninsula Airport, ATC information Yankee. 0154 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 9er. Sky condition clear. Altimeter 29er. Arriving and departing runways 28 left, 28 right. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact that you have formation Yankee.
Alright, so that's Yankee. Altimeter set to 29er. Attitude indicator set, so we'll be ready for taxi. So we need to contact clearance delivery. Let me pull up our SkyVector browser here, so I can show you all where we're going. I'm just going to get it set up here. So go Monterey to Fresno direct. And to transition that over. There we go. Now y'all can see. So when we take off out of Monterey, we're going to want to head to the west. So we're going to take a 270 heading out to Pebble Beach, and we'll stay at 1,500 feet and below. And that's my plan. I mean, it looks like the highest obstacle, there's a tower at 216 feet. So really, if we go at, I'm just going to say we'll be at 1,000 feet, and we'll go out to Pebble Beach. And that's our plan. So let's call up clearance delivery and let them know. Clearance delivery will be on, let's see, I'm trying to pull up my charts over here on my electronic flight bag. Clearance delivery is 135.45. Tune that in. Monterey clearance, Cessna 215, Romeo Alpha, Cessna 172, request VFR departure heading 270 at 1,400 MSL for photography over Pebble Beach.
1 Papa Whiskey flying 090, descend and maintain 3,400.
090 and descend and maintain 3,400, Aero 61 Papa Whiskey.
Now 1 Papa Whiskey, correction, make that 080 now.
080, Aero 61 Papa Whiskey.
November 215, Romeo Alpha, Monterey clearance, departure frequency 121.3, squawk 1256.
1213, 1256, Cessna 215, Romeo Alpha.
Cessna 5, Romeo Alpha, read back correct.
Alright, excellent. So 1256 is in the box, and we'll just make sure we keep it at what we told them, 1,400. Okay, ground is going to be on 120.87, so I'm going to tune that in. So there we go, there's ground. And I'm going to turn on, I'm just going to go ahead and turn on the
1 Papa Whiskey, another 10 degrees to the left, turn 10 degrees to the left.
10 left, Aero 61 Papa Whiskey.
Monterey ground, Cessna 215, Romeo Alpha at the southwest hangars, taxi with Yankee.
3215 Romeo Alpha, Monterey ground, runway 28 left, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 28 left, taxi via Alpha, 215 Romeo Alpha. So we can sneak through here. Okay, so we'll be taking a right turn on Echo right up here, and then it'll be a left and then a right turn on Alpha. Turn coordinator's working, heading indicator's working, magnetic compass working, and the brakes are checked. Do the rest of the taxi check in just a minute once we get onto Alpha.
So 1 Papa Whiskey, turn right, heading 250.
Right 250, Aero 621 Papa Whiskey.
And it looks like there's some traffic up here. Not sure exactly where he's going. We'll just keep an eye on him. Get the heading bug set to 287 for our departure to the west over toward Pebble Beach. Looks like he might be back taxiing.
There's 621 Papa Whiskey. You are 3 miles from Grove. Maintain 3,400 till established localizer. Cleared ILS, runway 28 right approach.
Maintain 3,400 till established. Cleared ILS 28 right approach. Aero 621 Papa Whiskey.
Alright, so for the taxi check, taxi light is on. Landing light will get on the runway. Strobe on the runway. Nav lights on. Parking brakes released. Brakes are tested. Rudders tested. Turn coordinators checked working. Heading indicators checked working. Compass checked working. Taxi check complete. And it's pretty hazy here. It said it's calling 9 miles, but it's gonna be maybe a little less than that. It's looking like with the sun low on the horizon. Make sure we don't have a prop strike on these uneven taxiways on Flight Simulator right now. Hope they get these smoothed out a little later on in some patches. But we should be able to take Alpha all the way down to the end, and that'll bring us up to runway 28 left. Okay, tower is going to be on 118.4. I'm going to go ahead and...
1 Papa Whiskey, contact Oakland Tower.
Board of Tower, Aero 621 Papa Whiskey, thanks.
Alright, so here's the hold short line. And departure is...
Oakland Tower, Aero 621 Papa Whiskey,
Parking
ILS
brake.
28 right.
Taxi light off. Departure is going to be
621 Papa Whiskey,
Point
Oakland Tower, runway 28 right.
3.
Clear to land 28 right, Aero 621 Papa Whiskey.
So get that on standby here. There we go, 1213. Let's do our run-up check. So, parking brake set.
Yeah, 1903 Oakland Center, good evening, descend base number 4 arrival.
Flight controls. Let's check that those are free and correct. Checked. Flight instruments set. Fuel quantity indicators. They are check full. Mixture rich. Fuel selector both. Autopilot engage. And flight controls move against autopilot. And it's disconnected. Autopilot's off. Throttle set to 1,800 RPM. And mag check to the right. Back to both. And left mag. Back to both. Magnetos were within 50 RPM of each other, no more than 150 RPM drop. Mags both. Vacuum is checked. Oil pressure's checked. Oil temperature's checked. Ammeter's checked. Ventilator panel is clear. And engine idle checked to 650 RPM. And it looks like it's idling out right at 650. So it's good. And throttle adjust to 1,000 RPM. So there we go, we got it. Run up check complete. Before takeoff check. Radios set, avionics set, nav GPS switch set GPS. Transponder is on alt. Autopilot's off, elevator trim set for takeoff. Flaps 0 degrees. Cabin windows closed, locked. Parking brake will release in just a minute for takeoff. For takeoff check complete, we'll be rotating at 55, climbing at 70 to 1,400. MSL departing on a heading of 270 out to Pebble Beach for some photography. Runway looks clear. I'll call up tower. Moterey Tower, Cessna 215, Romeo Alpha holding short 28 left.
215 Romeo Alpha, Moterey Tower, runway 28 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 28 left, Cessna 215, Romeo Alpha. Alright, 28 left is verified on the pavement and the sign. Final's clear, runway's clear. Here we go. Have the landing light on, strobes on. And it's 62 degrees outside. It's good. Oh no. Alright, 28 left verified. Here we go. And there's 55. Looks like a little layer of clouds are developing down here close to the surface. Welcome to continue our climb to 1,400. That's our last clearance, heading 270. Just a little fog layer is all it is. Comes 1,400, and we'll keep this a little slower. Yeah, there's the golf course is going to be down there, so we should be able to get some shots of Pebble Beach. Let's see if I can get us reconnected to PilotEdge. I think when it... Yeah, I'm just going to have to... Moterey Tower, Cessna 215, Romeo Alpha, radio check.
215 Romeo Alpha, Moterey Tower, your focus 5.
Roger, sorry, we had an internet disconnect there, so I had to log in as 215 Romeo Alpha Alpha.
The 215 Romeo Alpha, try that, try your additional, the previous call sign again. If you add 2 alphas on the end, you're exceeding the maximum number of characters in a call sign, and you cannot have more than 2 alphanumeric characters.
Roger that. Yeah, we were unable to reconnect with Romeo Alpha. I don't know if you can maybe clear it out on your end, and then I can disconnect, reconnect.
That's what I did, so go ahead and try disconnect and then reconnect.
Thank you. And Moterey Tower, Cessna 215 from the Alpha, maneuvering west of the field over Pebble Beach at 1,400.
Number 215 Romeo Alpha, NorCal departure, correction, Moterey Tower, re-squawk your code and ident for me.
Alright, let's try that. To 1256 and ident. Yep, So Pebble Beach is right over in this area.
215 Romeo Alpha, should be 1256 on the squawk code.
Affirmative, we're squawking 1256. Let me recycle it one more time.
United 1903, contact Oakland Center 128.7.
And ident. There we go. And maybe I need to do, oops, sorry, mode C here. There. And there's Pebble Beach Golf Course. There you go.
United 1903, Oakland Center, thank you, San Francisco, altimeter 2998. For 215 Romeo Alpha, radar contact 4 miles southwest of Monterey Airport, contact NorCal departure.
To departure 215 Romeo Alpha, good day. NorCal departure, Cessna 215 Romeo Alpha 1100, maneuvering over Pebble Beach.
At 215 Romeo Alpha, NorCal departure, maintain appropriate VFR altitudes.
Wilco, Cessna 215 Romeo Alpha. So really cool getting to maneuver around Pebble Beach. NorCal departure, Cessna 215 Romeo Alpha, we've completed our photography over Pebble Beach. We'd like to depart the airspace from present position to the east.
5 Romeo Alpha, roger, here on your own navigation.
Roger, we'll climb to 5,500 and fly heading 090, 215 Romeo Alpha. Okay, just want to make sure that I wasn't going to run into anybody. So we'll climb up to 5,500 and get on out of here. So there's Pebble Beach. Flying kind of crazy right now. Okay, there we go. We'll just maintain this 090 till we get out of the Monterey area. So the airport's somewhere down there in the haze. So I just need to trim this plane for a climb. can see the temperature increased quite a bit as we climbed. It was 62 on the ground at Monterey. It's 82 at 2,500. So a little bit of a temperature inversion causing that foggy layer down toward the ground. Set this to 5,500 for our cruise altitude. A beautiful evening here in Northern California. It's just really foggy out over the Monterey Bay. There's some more golf courses. Not sure which one that is, but jeez. Lost internet connection again. I'll give it a little bit of time. She might recycle it. Get rid of the call sign so we can log back in. That is a beautiful golf course down there though. Wow. Kind of up in the hills above Monterey. So that's the last of the ocean we're going to see for quite some time on this world tour. I think the next time we'll be down at the ocean, we will be in Mexico. So we're going to head toward the Rockies from here. It'll be a while till we see the Rockies, but it's been fun flying down the California coast, getting a little preview of the Pacific Ocean. almost to our cruise altitude, 5,500. Slowly making our way there. There we are. I'm just going to level us off here. Go to heading mode. I'm going to turn us. We're outside of the class Charlie now. See if I can get us reconnected to PilotEdge. There. So one thing I'm going to try to do is get us reestablished on the original course track that we were going to take, the direct course from Moterey Airport to Fresno. So we're going to head a little bit north from here. Let's make sure we get there. Getting some turbulence here. Either that or the autopilot is really messed up, which I think that's the autopilot, so I'm going to turn that off. There could be turbulence, because I know I'm not oscillating the controls right now, I'm holding them steady, so maybe we do have some turbulence here out over the mountains. What a beautiful view looking back toward the Monterey Bay and the Pacific Ocean. Alright, we're outside of the Class Charlie for sure. We lost our connection to PilotEdge, which meant they dropped us from the air traffic control. Let me see if I can disconnect and reconnect. Call center already in use, okay. Yeah, she didn't fix it. That's okay. So Salinas is just up to our north there, which we flew over on the last leg. So I think that's the airport just off the nose at about 11 o'clock. The town of Spreckles is somewhere down here. below us. Go ahead and squawk us to VFR now. And then Fresno is going to be a Class Charlie airport, so we'll try to contact them as we approach. But we're not going to use VFR flight following since I'm having some internet issues this evening. So the Salinas Airport is right on the edge of kind of that hazy layer, the foggy layer that was over the Monterey Bay right now. Which I love how this weather flight simulator really does stick to the areas. Doesn't automatically pop up, you know, as you approach an airport, weather suddenly changes. It's very realistic compared to real life, where you fly into and out of weather systems, so you can see them from a distance. It's just instantaneous. tune into North NorCal departure now.
Oakland clearance, Aero 621 Papa Whiskey, IFR to Sacramento Executive.
United 1903, join Alpha to the terminal. Have a wonderful night.
Okay, Alpha to the gate, United 1903. Good night.
Papa Whiskey, Oakland clearance, clear to Sacramento Executive Airport. On departure, fly heading 315. Radar vectors, Oakland, VOR, as filed. Maintain 3000, expect 5000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency departure frequency 135.1, squawk 6306.
Aero 621 Papa Whiskey is cleared to Sacramento Executive Airport via fly heading 315, radar vectors Oakland VOR, then as filed. Climb maintain 3000, expect 5 and 10, 135.1 and 6306.
Number 1 Papa Whiskey, read back correct.
I'll give y'all an update at home of where we are here on the sectional chart. So currently we are approaching the San Benito River Valley here. So we're crossing these peaks that are at about 3,465 feet. And we'll continue just south of Panoche and into the Fresno area. So just 78 miles away. We'll continue our track. A few little lakes out here. Definitely starting to get drier. This is the Panoche VOR. About the 065 bearing to the Panoche VOR. 25 miles out. So this is going to be on the other side of the mountains here.
Or 215 Romeo Alpha, radar contact lock.
Two and 5 Romeo Alpha, Roger. We're squawking VFR now, if that's okay.
215 Romeo Alpha, Roger.
Yeah, it's pretty turbulent up here over the mountains. I'll try to see if I can't, the clouds are gone, that's for sure. Beautiful sight. I'm gonna turn off the I might turn off the autopilot if it starts trying to correct a little too much. Get a little bit of maybe some wave action here. See, our maneuvering speed is 105 knots. So we're going to try to maintain that maneuvering speed of 105 knots for as long as this turbulence continues. So we'll check out the passenger side here. So just beautiful mountains below. Looks like it might be dark by the time we get into Fresno.
Oakland ground, Aero 621 Papa Whiskey, built by signature, ready taxi with Bravo.
Air 621 Papa Whiskey, Oakland ground, runway 28 right, taxi Charlie Bravo.
28 right via Charlie Bravo, Aero 621 Papa Whiskey.
I believe the Panoche VOR is going to be just to the north of these really small, kind of rough and rugged hills up ahead. So making pretty good progress. Here's our sectional chart again. Should be crossing power line relatively soon. And we'll be looking for the Mercy Hot Springs private airstrip in a few miles. But flying over the Diablo range. See, it's getting a little hazy, a little smoky in the valley up ahead. Central Valley, I think they have some fires on the up in the mountains up on the east side. So Central Valley will have some smoke in it this evening. Let's see if we can pick up the ATC yet. I don't think we can, but I'll try to tune it in. See if I can find it. In Fresno, the ATC frequency is 121.35.
Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested, read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Lima.
So Lima.
Fresno Air Terminal 8 is information Lima. 0253 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 8. Ceiling 15,000 overcast. Temperature 30. Dew point 12. Altimeter 29908. Arriving and departing runways 29er right. Visual approaches in use. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Lima.
Alright, so there was Lima. Fresno. making our way out of the Diablo Range now and into the Central Valley as the sun sets behind us out over the Pacific Ocean. Just a beautiful sight.
Oakland Tower, Aero 621 Papa Whiskey, holding short 28 right, ready for IFR departure.
621 Papa Whiskey, Oakland Tower, runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 28 right, Aero 621 Papa Whiskey. Some very interesting topography down below us. Mercy Hot Springs is supposed to be somewhere back in that area. So, can't quite make out where the airstrip is, but it's somewhere in there. Perhaps that's it right there, but I can't tell for sure. So we are past the Panoche VOR now, and wow, what's just some obscure looking areas.
Papa Whiskey, contact NorCal departure.
Over to NorCal, Aero 621 Papa Whiskey. NorCal departure, Aero 621 Papa Whiskey, 3000, heading 315 assigned.
Victor 621 Papa Whiskey, Norco departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 5,000.
Up to 5,000, Aero 621 Papa Whiskey.
Alright, so we are out into the Central Valley now. And it's definitely a little warmer in here in this area. So it's 76 degrees up here at 5,500 feet. Compared to the 62 degrees when we took off out of Monterey.
Air 1 Papa Whiskey, turn right, heading 060, join Victor 6.
Right turn, heading 060, join Victor 6, Aero 621 Papa Whiskey.
Yeah, I'll get some cockpit lights on as the sun continues to set behind us. Alright, we're now passing over the California Aqueduct, which is just below us here. The California Aqueduct. According to the sectional chart, there should be an oil camp just on the east side of the California Aqueduct and next to some power lines. I don't know if we're gonna find that. I believe I'm starting to make out Fresno up ahead off the nose. We're 38 nautical miles out according to the GPS. should be coming up now on the Johnston Airport. It's Mike 90, and there it is on the GPS. And also the Fireball Airport just to the north of it. So there's the Johnstown Airport. Johnston Airport right there. So cool. And the town of Mendota right next to it.
Portland Clarence, good evening. Diamond November 172, Mike Kinky. Information Oscar. Looking for VFR departure to the south, please. No flight following.
Confirm the call sign.
That's Diamond November 172, Mikey Yankee.
Diamond 172, Mike Yankee, Portland Clarence. Departure frequency 124.35, squawk 1462.
Departure frequency 124.35 and squawk 1462 for 2 Mike Yankee.
Was the altimeter at Fresno, so I have that set now.
172, Mike Yankee, read that correct, say type Diamond.
D840 slant golf.
San Joaquin River, just to
Oakland clearance, Skyhawk 54102.
Go ahead.
54102, picking up IFR to Reed Hillview, Romeo Hotel Victor.
The 54102, Oakland clearance, you said IFR to Romeo Hotel Victor?
Affirmative, 102.
There's the moon rising over the mountains. That's cool.
Air 54102, the flight plan I had on file, you had destination is San Jose, so I just want to confirm the rest of the stuff is correct. Your Skyhawk 172 flank off.
That is correct. Sorry, that was, I don't know why I put San Jose.
Oscar 54102, no problem. You are cleared to Reed Hillview Airport on departure for heading 315. Radar vectors Sunnel, that's Sierra Uniform November Oscar Lima. Direct San Jose, VOR, Sierra Juliet Charlie. Direct. Maintain 3,000, expect 4,000, 100 minutes after departure. Correction, expect 6,000, 100 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 135.1, squawk 5457.
Cleared to Reed Hillview on departure, fly runway heading 315, vectors to Sunol, then direct to San Jose, and then direct 3,000, expect 6,000, 10 minutes after departure, 135.1, squawk 5457.
Air 54102, read back.
And Portland ground, Diamond November 172, Mike Yankee, taxi information, Oscar, over at Atlantic.
102, Mike Yankee, Portland ground, runway 10 left, text via Alpha Echo.
10 left via Alpha Echo to Mike Yankee.
1 Papa Whiskey, contact NorCal approach 127.4.
NorCal 127.4, Aero 621 Papa Whiskey. NorCal, Aero 621 Papa Whiskey, 5,000.
Aero 621 Papa Whiskey, NorCal approach, Sacramento altimeter 2995. Do you have approach request?
2995, and we request the RNAV runway 2 at Sacramento, and we have Bravo at Sacramento.
One Papa Whiskey on Victor 6, join the runway 2 localizer, and I'll have lower for you here in about 15 miles.
Roger, we're requesting the RNAV runway 2. From Coops.
There's 621 Papa Whiskey, clear direct Coops. Cross Coops that are above 2,000, cleared RNAV runway 2 approach. Sorry about that.
No worries. Clear direct Coops, cross Coops at or above 2,000, cleared RNAV runway 2 at Executive, Aero 621 Papa Whiskey.
Fresno approach, Cessna 215, Romeo Alpha, 18 miles to the west, 5,500. To land full stop at Fresno International with Lima.
Alright, calling about the Fresno, taking the call sign.
Cessna 215, Romeo Alpha.
215 Romeo Alpha. Fresno approach, squawk 1174.
1174, Cessna 215, Romeo Alpha.
Romeo Alpha, waiting for the ident. The 5 Romeo Alpha, radar contact 14 miles west of Fresno Airport, Fresno altimeter 299er. You said you do have Lima.
2999er affirmative, Cessna 215 Romeo Alpha.
Thanks.
Alright, so Fresno is up ahead. See the airport off the nose there. Let's pull out our charts here. So I'm going to transition this over. We'll pull up the Fresno airport diagram. So field elevation is 336 feet. Pattern altitude will be at 1,400 feet. We'll plan to land on 29er left, and we'll exit more than likely at, I think we'll be able to roll it to Bravo 10.
Oakland ground, Skyhawk 54102 at the Jet Center, ready to taxi with Bravo.
54102, Oakland ground, runway 28 right, taxi via Charlie Bravo.
2,839 feet up to the, or down to the
right, Charlie Bravo,
east,
102.
Southeast of the airport. Happy on the left side of the runway. And that's all I've got. We're going to go ahead and start our descent down to 1,400 now. I think we're 11 miles out, so here we go. Turn off the autopilot. And tower frequency is going to be 118.2, so I'm going to have that on standby.
Portland Tower, November 172, Mike Yankee ready to go 10 left of Echo. I believe I got disconnected. Sorry about that.
35 Romeo Alpha, contact Fresno Tower.
Over to towers, 215 Romeo Alpha.
172 Mike Yankee, no problem. Runway 10 left at Echo, clear for takeoff on course.
Clear for takeoff, 10 left on course to Mike Yankee.
01 Papa Whiskey, contact Executive Tower.
Over to Executive Tower, Aero 621 Papa Whiskey.
Fresno Tower, Cessna 215 Romeo Alpha, 9 miles to the west for a full stop landing.
For 215 Romeo Alpha, Fresno Tower. Join the left downwind, runway 29er left, clear to land.
Join left downwind, runway 29er left, clear to land, Cessna 215 Romeo Alpha. Okay, so we'll join
Executive
the
Tower,
left
Aero
downwind.
621 Papa Whiskey, Coops inbound on the RNAV, runway 2.
621 Papa Whiskey, Executive Tower, runway 2, clear to land.
Runway 2, cleared to land, Aero 621 Papa Whiskey.
Alright, see another aircraft up ahead. Looks like they're staying to the south of our course. Ground is going to be on 1217, so we'll get down standby here. Yeah, we still have 2,000 feet to lose before we're at pattern altitude. So we'll just keep this steady descent. I think we'll be good to go by the time we our midfield left downwind. Okay, so we just have the traffic out there. Looks like they might be on a left downwind. Also for 29er left, don't see anyone else around. 1,000 feet to level off.
Oakland Tower, Skyhawk 5410 holding short 28 right, ready for departure.
5412 Oakland Tower, runway 28 right,
heading
clear for
bug the
takeoff.
runway heading of 292.
Okay, right, clear for takeoff, 02.
Just to help us with
172,
our...
Mike Key, radar contact Portland departure.
Yep, so it looks like they're landing on
Departure,
29er
Mikey.
left. Or one of the runways here. I'm going to slow us down, just make sure we stay clear of them.
Portland departure, November 72, Mike Yankee, 1,500 for 652, Mike.
So 172, Mike Yankee, Portland departure, maintain appropriate for altitude.
Maintain VFR to Mike Yankee.
Yeah, they're definitely landing. Just tower didn't call them out yet. So I'm gonna wait to turn base until I see them. I get our see them touching down here. Go ahead and get flaps out, slow us a bit. Yeah, they're short final now. Can't tell which runway they're landing on. I could ask tower, but that actually might be... Alright, I've turned left base now. They're about to touch down. Might be on the 29er right. We're about to find out. And they disappeared. Maybe they crashed. Okay, well, anyways, here we go. Oh, they're doing a touch and go. There they go. They're off on the right side. And final's clear. Runway is clear. Traffic's on the parallel. Alright, gas, undercarriage, mixture prop. Seatbelts, we're good to go. Let's land. And I'm gonna land it a little bit long because we're gonna be taking the 3rd turn off down here. Long runway, 8,000 feet. Okay, here we go. There's the first one.
102, contact NorCal departure.
Contact NorCal departure 102. NorCal departure, Skyhawk 4102, 3000.
544102, North departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 6000.
Climb and maintain 6000, 102.
And Portland departure, 2 Mike Yankee, request frequency change for Aurora State.
172 Mike Yankee, radar services terminates, squawk V5, frequency change approved.
Over to BFR, have a good night, 2 Mike Yankee.
102, clear direct tunnel.
Clear direct tunnel, 102.
And Executive Tower, Aero 61 Papa Whiskey is off runway 2 at Juliet. Taxi to the ramp straight ahead.
Number 5, Romeo Alpha, continue on Bravo 8 to Alpha, have a good night.
Bravo 8 Alpha to parking, 215 Romeo Alpha, good night.
Number 1 Papa Whiskey, taxi to parking, straight ahead to the ramp, and have a wonderful.
Alright, we're straight ahead to the ramp there.
Taxi straight ahead to the ramp. Thanks, Aero 61 Papa Whiskey.
Alright. Try to squeeze in between these two here. And we're just gonna park it right here next to the hangars. Alright, parking brake is set. Get the taxi light off, get the nav lights off. And get the trim set back to neutral. Transponder, I can turn that off now. I'm gonna go ahead and squawk it back to VFR. Turn off the avionics. Do the engine idle is checked, mag check, there we go. Shader off, beacon off, mixture idle cut off. Fuel to the left, fuel shut off valve is closed. Turn off the interior lighting. Battery master off. Let's run through the checklist really quickly, make sure we got everything. So we'll start with the after landing check. Flaps, they are up. Landing lights as required. Taxi lights strobe off. Elevator trims at neutral. Transponder's now off. Parking brake set. Transponder off. Avionics off. Engine idle was checked. Mag cutoff test complete. Mixture idle cut off. Parking check complete. Securing check. Ignition off. Landing light off. Taxi light off, nav lights off, alternator off, battery switch off, fuel selector to the left. Securing check complete. Alright, thanks for joining me, VRF Simmer, on leg 11 of the World Tour between Monterey and Fresno. Hope you enjoyed it. We had a great view of the Pebble Beach Golf Course at the Diablo Mountains, the California Aqueduct, and now we are safely on the ground in the Central Valley. We'll continue leg 12 out over the mountains and farther to the west as we continue this World Tour. Thanks for joining me, VRF Simmer. It's been my pleasure having you aboard. Hope to see you again in the air soon. Have a great night.